Hello everyone, my name is Shmenty, and today I'm going to be doing a tier list of Minecraft Volume Alpha. This was the first soundtrack composed by C418 for Minecraft, and it was followed by Volume Beta, and then some other artists made the rest of the soundtracks. But today, we're focused on C418's Volume Alpha. So let's go ahead and get started with Key. Key is a very haunting track in the game. It's very subtle, and you might not even notice it while you go mining late at night, and that's exactly what it should be for me. In my opinion, Key is the reason Minecraft music works so well. It's a background song that you don't listen to intently, but you know it's there, and you know it when you hear it. So for me, I think it's a solid B tier song. Next up we have Subwoofer Lullaby, which in my opinion is one of the core songs of Minecraft. I think it really encapsulates the whole idea of the game. It's a song about excitement, about moving on to the next thing. Whatever your world looks like, it's about progressing further through it. You're no longer at the start of the game, you're slowly mining and getting better gear, and for me, that's why I love it. A tier pick. Living Mice is one of the best songs in this game, in my opinion. It starts off so blissful and so small and insignificant and very quiet, almost like a new world of Minecraft. And then slowly it builds up into a big climax of some of the most beautiful notes I've ever heard. I think this is one of the best songs in the entire soundtrack, and I think it's the first S tier pick. Now next up we have Hagstraw, and this is a beautiful song. I love how upbeat it is, and I love the melody that it has. It's just a great song overall. I think A tier is a good place for it, as I think there are better, but I think that there are definitely worse songs. It's very nostalgic for me, and it's gonna live in A tier. Up next we have Minecraft. To me, this is the core of Minecraft's soundtrack, and that's fairly obvious, but I would say it's up there with Sweden in terms of recognizability of this soundtrack. Minecraft is an S tier song, there's no getting around it. This is the core of Minecraft, S tier. Up next we have Oxygen. It's funny, over a decade of knowing this song and I still don't really know how to pronounce it. Regardless, I do like this song. I think it builds up into a beautiful climax, and it's an alright song overall, but I think that there are definitely better ones on the list, so I'm gonna have to go B tier. Mice on Venus is one of the greatest pieces of music that have ever graced my ears. This song shakes me to my core. It's one of the best songs on this soundtrack. I really can't say enough good things about it. I mean, everything about this song is just perfect. To me, this is kind of the idea of looking back over the world you've just created, seeing your friends log off for the final time. I love this song. I always will. S tier. Dry Hands. This is without a doubt my favorite song on the entire soundtrack. Everything about this song shakes me to the child that I used to be when I played this game. This song is what brought me back to Minecraft after a multiple year-long break. It's the most nostalgic song in the game for me. I love every second of it. If there was a tier above S, I would put it in there, but for now, it's gonna live in S tier. Adore it. Next up, we have Wet Hands. Now, I do think this is a pretty good song, and obviously it's super nostalgic for me, but it just doesn't resonate with me as much as Dry Hands does. I still think that it's a great song, and certainly one that brings back thousands of hours of memories, but I think it's gonna have to live in B tier. Alright, next up we got Clark, and look, you might have noticed by now there's a trend. Everything is S to B, and there's a reason for that. I absolutely love this soundtrack, and I would never change anything about it. But for Clark, you know, it's great. I do love it, but it's just not doing enough for me, you know? It's a very simple, but it's not quite as subtle and beautiful as like Living Mice or Key, so I think this is gonna have to be our first C tier. Next up, we have Sweden. This is one of Minecraft's most recognizable songs out there. I think that this is a fantastic song, you know? It's kind of the face of this game when you break it down into its core. I do think that it's an incredible song, and I think it's solidly deserving of an A tier pick. And lastly, for the Alpha album, we have Danny. Now, Danny is a good song, but I just don't think it's necessarily a great song. I do love the song, obviously, but I think it's gonna have to go in C tier just based off of, the effort of fairness and trying to fill these bottom four, because it's honestly gonna be pretty hard with this soundtrack. And that's gonna be it. I'm gonna be dropping a volume beta tier list probably directly after this, to be honest, so stay tuned if you want to see that. But otherwise, that's my tier list for volume alpha. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.